Good evening, friends. Today we're going to talk about something truly extraordinary. You see, most people think aging is simply a biological processor matter of time. But what if I told you that aging is not just about the number of years you live, but the quality of your life, your mind, your habits, and your spirit? That the real secret to staying young lies in habits almost no one over 80 practices consistently. Tonight, I want to reveal the truths behind why 99% of 80-year-olds cannot do these things and how, if you start now, you can actually reverse the aging process in your body, mind, and soul. 1. Mental flexibility, the secret of the ageless mind. Mental flexibility is the first secret to reversing the aging process. Most people, as they grow older, settle into routines. They resist change, they fear learning new things, and they cling to past experiences as if those alone define their world. But the rare ones, the 1%, they remain curious, flexible, and eager to explore new ideas. Let me tell you about Mr. Ramesh, an 82-year-old retired professor I met during a seminar. His physical health was typical, slightly stooped, a few wrinkles, but his mind was razor sharp. He could debate, solve puzzles, and even discuss quantum physics with graduate students. I asked him his secret. He smiled and said, "Every morning I read a chapter from a book I've never read before. I practice meditation, and I learn one new thing a day, sometimes a word, sometimes a skill. I refuse to let my mind retire before my body does." Mental flexibility is more than just knowledge. It's about the willingness to adapt, to embrace novelty, and to challenge your brain daily. Neuroscientists call it neuroplasticity, the ability of the brain to form new connections throughout life. And it's this mental activity that keeps the brain youthful. A study of centenarians showed that those who continued to learn new skills, languages, or crafts were mentally sharper and emotionally more resilient than those who stopped challenging themselves. There's another story of Mrs. Laila, an 85-year-old woman from Mumbai. She decided in her mid 80s to learn the guitar. Her children laughed at her at first. "Why now?" they asked. She replied, "I don't want my mind to retire before I do. If I stop learning, I stop living." Within months, she was playing simple tunes and teaching herself chords from online tutorials. Her joy radiated, and she told me she felt 10 years younger. The lesson here is profound. Mental flexibility is a habit, not a talent. Curiosity keeps the brain young, rigidity ages it. By continually learning, embracing novelty, and approaching life with curiosity, you literally reverse mental aging. Your neurons fire, your imagination blooms, and your spirit stays youthful. So, if you want to age in reverse, make learning a daily ritual. Read, write, draw, sing, play an instrument, learn a language, and a thing that keeps your brain awake. Don't just add years to life, add life to years. 2. Emotional regulation. Mastery over your inner world. The second secret is emotional regulation. Most 80-year-olds carry decades of anger, resentment, regret, and disappointment. These emotions act like hidden weights, dragging down energy, clarity, and even physical health. But those who age in reverse have learned the art of emotional mastery. They do not suppress emotions, nor do they let them control their lives. They acknowledge, process, and release them. I met Mr. Karan, 83, a retired businessman. He had faced bankruptcy, the loss of his spouse, and estranged children. Yet, when I saw him, he radiated calm. I asked him how he coped with such trials. He said, "I don't carry anger with me anymore. I forgive not for them, but for me. I write letters I never send, I meditate, and I laugh at my own mistakes. Life is too short to live in bitterness." Science supports this. Chronic anger and stress increase inflammation in the body, accelerate cognitive decline, and even shorten lifespan. But forgiveness, gratitude, and emotional release do the opposite. They reduce stress hormones, improve heart health, and boost overall vitality. Another story comes from Mrs. Anjali, 87, a widow who lost her husband decades ago. Instead of retreating into loneliness, she focused on joy. She started volunteering in her local school, mentoring young girls. She laughed often, forgave past grievances, and embraced life with lightness. When I asked her secret, she said, "Happiness is a skill. I practice it daily. I choose it." Emotional regulation is not denial, it is conscious mastery over your inner life. Those who can manage emotions gracefully, letting go of resentment, jealousy, and fear, maintain energy, creativity, and health far beyond what chronological age predicts. To age in reverse, cultivate habits like meditation, journaling, deep breathing, and gratitude. Learn to pause before reacting. Let go of old grudges. Laugh more. Happiness is not passive, it is a disciplined choice that rewires your mind and body for vitality. 3. Physical vitality, simple habits that keep the body young. The third secret is physical vitality. Most 80-year-olds assume aging means inevitable frailty. But the ones who age in reverse, those in the 1%, know that small, consistent habits triumph over occasional bursts of extreme effort. Take Mr. Dev, 84, who walks daily for an hour, does simple stretches, and eats mindfully. He told me, I don't need fancy gyms or extreme diets. I just move, breathe, and eat with awareness. That's my secret. Despite being 84, his flexibility, balance, and stamina rivaled men half his age. Even small physical practices matter. Barefoot walks in the garden, gentle yoga, tai chi, and deep breathing improve circulation, posture, and oxygenation of the brain. Nutrition, too, plays a role, not starvation diets, but mindful, balanced eating. The body, like the mind, responds to consistency and awareness. Consider Mrs. Priya, 86, who began practicing 15 minutes of yoga daily after a minor fall. Within months, her balance improved, her flexibility returned, and her overall confidence skyrocketed. She joked, I feel like I'm 60 again. Her example shows that age is not the barrier, inaction is. Physical vitality is not about heroics, it's about habits. Movement, posture, and conscious breathing are simple yet transformative. Combined with mental flexibility and emotional mastery, physical vitality completes the trifecta of aging in reverse. 4. Social and spiritual engagement. The true fountain of youth. Finally, those who age in reverse maintain connection and purpose. Isolation is the silent thief of life. Without engagement, social, spiritual, or altruistic people age faster emotionally and cognitively. I met a group of 80 plus volunteers teaching children to read in a small village. They laughed, shared meals, and mentored young minds. Their eyes sparkled. One of them, Mr. Satish, 88, said, I teach because I still have something to give. As long as I have purpose, I am alive. Spiritual engagement also matters. Practices like meditation, prayer, or mindfulness create inner peace, reduce stress, and enhance longevity. Purpose, connection, and meaning are more potent than pills or supplements. They nourish the soul, which nourishes the body. Conclusion, friends: 99% of 80-year-olds cannot maintain mental flexibility, emotional mastery, physical vitality, or social and spiritual engagement. But you can. The 1% who do not just live, they flourish. Aging in reverse is possible not through magic, not through youth elixirs, but through choice, discipline, and the love of life itself. Start today. Read something new. Laugh, forgive, and embrace joy. Move your body. Engage with others. Find purpose. This is the path to not just adding years to life, but life to years. Remember, your age is a number. Your habits, your attitude, your purpose, that is what decides whether you grow old or you grow young.